No one tells you how many takes it takes. Anyway, last time we spoke about Bluebird and the story that reminds us what happens when we ignore the red flags. Facing the truth, even when it's ugly, is how we protect the wild part of ourselves. Hi, I'm Nobby, and this is Built by Nobby. Welcome to Chapter 3 of Women Who Run with Wolves, Nosing Out the Fact. It's about something even closer, our intuition, the sense we all have, but the world keeps telling us not to trust it. Estés tells the story of a girl called Vasalisa. Her mom dies but gives her this little doll and tells her, feed it, take care of it, it'll help you when you're lost. Then life gets messy and Vasalisa's stepmother and stepsisters send her into the deep forest to fetch fire from Baba Yaga, this terrifying witch who eats people alive. But Vasalisa goes scared out of her mind with her little doll in her pocket. Every time she faces some impossible task, the doll whispers, do this, do that. And because she listens, she makes it through. She comes home carrying a skull lit with fire, and that fire burns away all the people who wanted her small and powerless. And here's what Estés had to say. The doll is intuition. It's a small, steady voice we inherit from the women before us. Feeding it means paying attention, trusting and not starving it with doubt. The forest is the unknown stuff that you can't plan for. And Baba Yaga is the big test that comes to see if you're really awake. And the fire, that's clarity you get when you finally trust yourself. And yes, it burns, and it burns everything away. Now, tell me this isn't true. We've all been a Vasalisa, sent into situations unprepared, made to feel small, terrified, but still carrying that tiny voice inside that says this way, not that way. And I know I've ignored that voice at times, smiled and nodded, said yes when my whole body was screaming no. And I paid for it because betraying yourself leaves a scar. And here's the shift, right? The question isn't when was the last time you silenced your intuition. We all know that. The real question is, how do we start trusting again? How do we build it up like a muscle? And this is where I love bringing in African ways of knowing, because our culture never separated from wisdom. You smell the rain before it falls. You hear a bird cry and you know something's coming. You dream of your grandmother and the dream shapes your decisions. That's intuition in practice, embodied everyday normal. So now I practice feeding my doll. I write down my dreams, even if they sound wild. I pause before decisions and notice what my body is telling me. The knot in my stomach, the peace in my chest. I test myself on small things, and each time I follow through. I trust myself a little bit more. And that's how the muscle grows. And it's not just personal. Intuition is power. It helps me lead better because I can feel the room before anyone speaks. It helps me mother because kids believe my knowing more than my words. It helps me rebuild my life because I refuse to override my spirit again. And honestly, it's resistance. A woman who trusts herself is harder to control. So my invitation to you is this: feed the doll. When your belly pulls, when your chest is tight, when your breath feels off, trust it. Your instincts are not something to hide. They are your inheritance. They are your birthright. I wish I could go into deeper details and tell you some of the scary things I've done based on intuition, and they've all paid off. I want to believe myself so much in every single moment of my life, and I wake up purely with the intention to trust what I feel. And if I am in doubt, myself and the multiple voices in my head will have a conversation about that doubt and where it's coming from. But ultimately, I know that everything is working for my good, and whatever I'm thinking through or surfacing at a conscious level, it's something that my body needs and I must work through it. Don't be afraid to start taking steps based off of your instinct. And they do say your brain is in the gut. So when they say trust your gut, It's not just for fun, it's real.